thoughts as we look ahead to the 2024 race season?
Well, it's going to be exciting for sure. With the series itself, with obviously the series getting a new title sponsor with Grindstone Landscaping, right? So
Yep.
that's going to be exciting. So yeah, a little change of direction, I guess, going forward with the series, and so that's a great addition to the club, and I know it's generated a lot of interest with other drivers as well too, and getting new drivers, I guess, so to speak, and other cars. So there'll be hopefully an increase in number of those. So yeah, it's exciting to have more drivers and cars and a new sponsor.
What are your thoughts as you look back on this past season for you?
I thought it was another learning season for me, my second full season in the series.
Mhm.
Obviously, it's super difficult to drive these cars, and um, just learning, right, and just taking it one day at a time, one race at a time, I guess. And I always say, there's a little saying I always had when I was in other sports, is sometimes you got to go slower to go faster. So just take your time and then learn the ropes. And I think I learned a little bit more. I got faster. So I had a good year overall. Kept the car clean. So I thought it was a great year overall for our team.
What was your most memorable moment from this season?
I think it would be getting my first podium finish. So I got a third place finish behind Rick Williger and Quentin Murdoch. So that was a great race for me, and I'd say it's a personal highlight for myself. Yeah, it was exciting.
So what do you feel that you need to work on to make the 2024 season stronger than last year?
Consistency, to not just be quick some days,
Right.
to learn the car a little bit more, a little bit better, to make the correct changes to keep me going quicker. I think that's the biggest thing, is consistency. I think from lap one to the very last lap.
If you could try a different division of motorsports that's out there, what would you try?
Oh, interesting. Somebody asked me that the other day. Any level,
Any
or
level.
talking any level? If we're talking professionally, if we're leaving it open to any level, I mean, it's a pipe dream. But the truck series, the NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series, would be fun. I think those are great vehicles. They're a little rougher series, a little bit. They're exciting to watch. So I think those, yeah.
I gotta say, this upcoming year is gonna be a busy one for the family because I mean, not only we got you racing, but you look at Tenley's gonna enter her second year with the pro challenge, and then you guys are adding a second car vintage modified to the family.
Yeah, that's correct. Yeah, we are going to be busy. Yeah, so my son Maddox is going to be behind the wheel of that the new vintage modified. We're very fortunate to purchase TJ Marshall's previous vehicle that he had. He obviously has a new one now, so yeah, he'll be learning the ropes in his first full year. He's always been a racing fan for years, and he was on my crew and stuff. So yeah, it's gonna be busy. It's a blessing, but not. But the schedule is kind of they're opposite, so we don't overlap with the Pro Challenge. I guess on the good side, but on the bad side, I'll be at the track literally every weekend this year. So we'll be that's our new address for the summer. So
I was gonna say the new wrap that Maddox debuted already. It's gorgeous. I love it and that. So I look forward to seeing that on track.
oh, I appreciate it. Yeah, it was a nice design. I kind of worked with Darren Dryden with that at DJD Graphics, and with the blessing of Sherwin-Williams Canada and our rep there, Shauna Kula. We're very fortunate to have them on board with the team. Also, Shack Shine as well as a secondary sponsor. So, yeah, it looks pretty good. So there's been a lot of work done to that car over the winter to get ready. But yeah, I think it's going to be okay.
What are your thoughts looking back on Tenley's campaign as getting feet wet with the Pro Challenge now?
Yeah, Tenley, it was a big learning curve for her coming up from karts.
Right.
And the whole goal for her that we all wanted to have for her was to just, we hear this all the time, but just get that seat time right. So run every single lap, but then make sure you're doing it the proper way, that where experienced people are teaching her or helping her out and actually putting that down to the pavement, not just going around running laps. So learning the right way at her own pace. And I thought she did a great job with that. The car
Mhm.
stayed clean. The car stayed clean all year. So there was no knocking on fiberglass here, but there was no damage or anything like that. So it kept dad free of having to make repairs that way. So she got quicker. She got a lot quicker. She shaved off at least I think almost 4 seconds off her initial starts
Nice.
from lap to lap. So she's going in the right direction, and she's super excited for year two for sure.
With everything that you've done and having watched, your kids get their start racing, what's a piece of advice that you'd have for another kid that's out there that looks to do the same thing themselves?
I think the biggest thing is if they do get an opportunity to get a vehicle, I think that in itself is something that's not afforded to everyone. If you can get yourself one or find your way into one, that's
Right.
one thing. But I think the second thing is just patience. Lots and lots and lots of patience, and that it doesn't happen overnight. Improving, I know. I was an athlete prior to racing, and it's tough because you want to be great at everything right away, and I
Hmm.
think that can get you in some trouble on the track too. So I think that'd be the biggest thing I would say is just have patience. Everyone learns at their own pace, and then once you get up to speed, it gets to be a lot of fun, and you can just do it the right way.
Alrighty.